Alright, Brutality here. I have a quick rant for the Call of Duty community that has, to me, been an issue not just in Modern Warfare 3, but in all Call of Duty games, especially since the introduction of the party chat. I've never been a fan of party chat in games, and the reason why is, as a player who plays a lot of random team death matches, getting in random parties, random lobbies, it's very frustrating to not have communication about where enemies are, where on the map spawns are, especially in a new game like this where everybody's still learning all the points, still learning push points, still learning spawns, still learning the maps. Very frustrating to not have communication between the team, and on top of that, not necessarily just a communication issue, but an issue in general of the way matchmaking has always worked in Call of Duty. I don't know if it is a completely random system. I don't know if it's based on some numbers, ratios, what it considers your ability for your play style, or I believe it to be a completely random system just based on what I've seen and other people that the same way, the same problems I have. This is one of my biggest demonstrations on this is, as you see the scorecard about to come up here, you can understand my frustrations. I'm the only positive person on the team. We lost by 800 points. I'm at 19 and 10. My main thing is, with no communication, I feel it really hurts teams of random people. It's a lot easier if you're in a game with people people you're used to playing with, but for those not able to do that, it's really detrimental on numbers, ratios. I know a lot of people aren't worried about that kind of thing, but if you're in the game to show that you're good at the game, you're in the game to show that you improve at the game, that is a factor for a lot of people. These two games that I had this morning actually are one of the big reasons that I don't like the game, that I don't like Call of Duty in general, and it is the loading system. When you're put into a match that is 2,000 or 3,000 points behind, you're generally going to be put on a losing team because that's the team people are leaving on. And you get put into a match that you have no chance of overcoming the odds, the score deficit. You're 2,000, 3,000 points behind. There's 45, 50 seconds left on the game time. That does nothing but hurt your win-loss scores. That does nothing but you go in and happen to spawn on top of your team who's being helicoptered or predator missile, and that damages the ratio. That damages just a lot of issues come from it with me. And I would think over the last 4 game titles that something could have been done to balance and better fix the issues. There's always been ideas I've had that it would be great for people to be able to put blocks on certain maps they just don't like to play. Limit ratios that you can join in parties with or join in teams with. I know it's impossible to completely do, but at the same time, I think it is something that could be worked on, something that could be tweaked a little bit. It seems to be one of those things that's just not an issue for. I don't know if it's not an issue for majority of players or if it's just not a priority for development to focus on a better matchmaking system. But like I said, as a personal thing, it's always been something I've had a big problem with. After a couple of frustrating matches this morning, it's just something I felt the need to talk about. Please give me some feedback, good or bad. Let me know what you think. Looking for some subscribers as always. Sorry about the video quality. I know it's not on par with some, but that's it for right now.